We're going to find out what's happening in game number 4 here. Muzzy's going to need 2 straight if he wants to win this match, and Zalae looking poised to chase down that number 1 spot. Yeah, well, he's going with handlock, and he's potential to get punished here. Hunter is not really the matchup you want to see.
Yeah, and this is what we're talking about in the setup and the keys. You know, I was like with Zalae, if you mix in Hunter at the right spot and you pick him off when he's playing this handlock, because you got to believe that Muzzy was going to play handlock at some point in time in this match.
Muzzy's opening hand is looking well. It's looking a lot better now. I mean, 2 Shadow Flames, Iron Beak out, Twilight Drake was not going to get this done.
Yeah, it was Terrible.
Yeah, Knife Juggler just going to come out. Going to be met by Dark Bomb, and so we're going to be on pretty darn even footing to start.
Muzzy picking up an Emperor with Orson, you know, but these 2 Shadow Flames, not where he wants to be right now.
Yeah, and Zalae's about to scale extremely hard in this match. Now, Leok not the one he's looking for, but if Muzzy coins out this Twilight Drake, you're looking at just enough to stay out of range of that kill command. It's so important to be having
that 1 extra health, so important.
Everything in the world is 1 health sometimes. You know, you can't die if you're at 1.
Very true.
Yeah, as long as you're at 1, you're still alive.
Deep Thoughts by Nathan Zamora.
Zalae not happy with his role on the Animal Companion, but where does he go? He doesn't really have too many options. He's kind of chained.
Yeah, I mean, there's something to be said about Mad Scientist and Hero Power, but it's hard to pass up Piloted Shredder.
Yeah, I don't think you can. It's such a strong minion that keeps the board presence high, and on turn 5, he's looking at the possibility of Mad Scientist to kill command afterwards. Muzzy going to have to be content with Hero Power on this turn, and even will, you know, thinking about Iron Beak Owling this Pilot Shredder, and I cannot blame him whatsoever. He has to keep the tempo under control.
Well, with drawing of the Ancient Watcher, he might reconsider here because he might be able to use his Owl and his own Ancient Watcher and just take care of the Leok here, you know, leaving him Twilight Drake on this board. It's going to at least make him, you know, change his thoughts here a little bit. And I think with him attacking that way, you're going to see the Ancient Watcher.
It's tough to say. Honestly, I still like Iron Beak Owl on the Pilot Shredder.
Yeah, I wouldn't have minded it at all, but I can see where Muzzy's going with this one.
Houndmaster, no use this turn. And Zalae, once again, got 1 damage off of picking off the minions in the right way. I mean, I don't know if trading is right here, but do you want to give your opponent the ability to have Earth Entering Farce here really turn this game?
Yeah, this is a really hard turn from Zalae. This is one of the ones where he's taking his time and he's actually thinking about different things every single time.
Because it's like, imagine he pushes for 4 here, and Muzzy has Earth Entering Farce here, trade into the Pilot Shredder. I mean, you're looking at a massive tempo swing suddenly.
I mean, even if the Iron Beak Owl here, it'll allow him to keep the Ancient Watcher around as well. You know, it does set up a good Unleash the Hounds though, or a better one.
I'm curious if that's going to be enough. I mean, just the fact that his turn 5 utility is fairly weak, making a big difference in this one. Seems he's content with just Unleash the Hounds and is going to trade. Now, I mean, he's hoping that Muzzy doesn't have like a Hellfire now. That's sort of one of the nightmare cards for him at this point. Swamp, who's no use.
You know, if Muzzy does want to Shadow Flame this turn, you know, it is going to take up his entire turn here.
Yeah. It's actually, this is setting up a pretty darn good Shadow Flame against the Savannah Highmane, but I think that Zalae's going to be kind of keen enough to trade in the right way here. Try to force Muzzy into a spot where Freezing Trap could potentially not have the Savannah Highmane be checked. Even the Lotheb just is, I feel like, is enough.
Yeah, Zalae weighing all of his options here. Another tough turn for him.
I hate these kinds of turns. Just like, I don't know what to do. It's so difficult. Everything is so close.
Everything's 50-50.
The fact that he checks his secret here, I feel like it does give away a little bit of information that he probably does have 2 different secrets in here. That he has to wait and get a little bit of information to see what's happening.
Is he thinking about maybe like Houndmastering one of the tokens here and trading up?
I think so. I think he is, but probably just trading in this fashion is totally reasonable too. Protects your Savannah Highmane for as long as you possibly can, and I think that's the main goal here. Silence Shadow Flame, not going to clear this board. I think this is just an Emperor Thorus on turn for Muzzy and hope that this gets the job done.
It's Emperor and Prey.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's going to be. The rest of his hand is pretty darn close to unplayable at this point. And this is the opening that Zalae was looking for.
You know, after the Emperor Thor's trigger, this Molten Giant only costs 12. So.
You got to look at the bright side of things. Lotheb is going to completely shut this turn off.
Silver linings, man.
You know, maybe he doesn't Lotheb, though. You know, maybe the fact that you draw this Eagle Horn bow, he's looking to play more on curve. Does he kill command the Emperor? You know, these are actual legitimate thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, if you kill command the Emperor, then you can, you know, Houndmaster here to make your, you know, either one of your beasts a lot bigger and, you know, protect whichever one you want to protect here. He's got a lot of options. Lotheb, even, as you said, seems great. But, you know, he doesn't know the exact contents of Muzzy's hand, but he can kind of probably piece together at least a little bit of it since the way this game is, you know, played out.
Yeah, he's thinking through all the possibilities, making sure that Molten Giants are going to swing it. How does Defender of Argus affect me here? Even just something as simple as Sludge Belcher, you know, does that muck up my works at all?
Yeah, you know, he's got to have Molten Giant in his thought process here, you know, how he's playing this turn out.
Yeah. And then, of course, do I Houndmaster the Savannah Highmane, or am I worried about Big Game Hunter? Just wants the Eagle Horn bow damage. I can't blame him. He's got a trap on board.
Yeah, he's going to push for a ton of damage here.
Gonna save his Eagle Horn bow, though. Actually, that's pretty darn smart, considering that this only leaves Muzzy with Sunfury Protector if he has Molten Giant. Doesn't open up Defender of Argus to it as well.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is an intentional no attack because of things like Molten Giant here. Zalae just doing all the math that turn.
Shadow Flame just looks so unappealing. I wish these turns weren't so tough for Muzzy. It's just, it feels brutal. He's been kind of getting some good cues and then, you know, not being able to win those games. And then in this game, he gets a terrible cue, and his hand was like so bad to start. And the Dark Bomb, the saving grace of this one. But just ever since then, he hasn't had the right options and the right tools.
Yeah, I mean, if he didn't have that Dark Bomb at the beginning of the game, you know, where does he go from here? He'd be so far behind. He'd probably be dead already.
Yeah, finds the sequence that it feels like is going to put him in the best chance to win.
Get some value off the Acidic Swampos here. Love this turn here from Muzzy. It's actually a really good one.
The big thing, though, is that he's down to the felt at this point. He's got almost no action left after this, and this Molten Giant is going to have to go the distance.
Yeah, it's going to have to carry a ton of weight here.
But Zalae can't be comfortable about this.
I'll say, this is a hard board to attack from Zalae. You know things like Molten Giant are coming out. You know that, you know, there's a chance he has something like a Shadow Flame because the way the game is played out. How do you proceed from here? You know, if you Lotheb, he's got attacks into it. You know, you do have the Freezing Trap.
The Freezing Trap really the big difference here, but even if he returns the Ironbeak Owl, you just silence the Ancient Watcher after that.
And do you just Houndmaster up this Haunted Creeper just so you can get a hero power in as well? You know, you have to start damaging him here now.
Now, spells don't feel like they're going to be a big impact this turn, so I think I would prefer the Houndmaster in the Haunted Creeper. He's going to go with the Haunted Creeper and Lotheb, though. I think he's trying to squeeze in that damage from the Haunted Creeper here. But Muzzy, I mean, this is his major turn to start making an attack.
Yeah, even picks up Ironbeak Owl if he wants to just kind of, you know, really get going and take care of this Haunted Creeper. He'd even check for a secret here to pick up the other Ironbeak Owl if he wants that effect again later this game, or he could pick up the Acidic Swamp Ooze, you know, against what he assumes is a Freezing Trap here. So whichever one he wants to make sure that he gets a second copy of.
Actually chooses to life tap first. I'm pretty surprised by that, considering that I feel like the one way he loses this game is damage. Like, does he need any more tools? Like, what tools is he trying to draw here? I guess maybe he's digging for...
Well, he's going to Ironbeak Owl his Ancient Watcher here to make sure that he can take care of the Lotheb. So he's going to be able to attack the Lotheb. Yeah, so say... I think I would have... No, you actually want the Ironbeak Owl here. Yeah, I like this attack. He's going to play... Yeah, as we'll say, I like this. Just let him know that he has another Ironbeak Owl in his hand. Zalae's going to be left with just a Haunted Creeper here. You know, we do that Houndmaster, but...
Pretty darn tough.
You know, he has an Ironbeak Owl in his hand to kind of shut that down.
Yeah, this is the damage that Zalae was looking for, though, is if he sticks his Haunted Creeper to the board for one turn, he's able to get 2 more out of this Houndmaster. So I actually really like his sequencing in this last turn. And Muzzy doing what he can to make things happen, but he's having to rely on his next couple draws, and the life tap just sets him closer to death.
Yeah, I mean...
But he can't just wait. He's got to find something. I mean, no option for Zalae. His turn is played out for him.
Yeah, his turn is written in stone here. Again, Muzzy, I don't hate the life tap. Again, we talked about this. He's a high-risk, high-reward player.
Yeah, looking for every single edge he can get. But right now, he needs some pretty darn big ones. Jiraxis gets drawn for Muzzy. And that may cement this life total for him. He's not going to play Jiraxis this turn, though. He's looking to fight through this board position.
Yeah, he can leave him with just a Haunted Creeper left over here.
Yeah, he's looking for the Shadow Flame. Surprised he's not drawing a card off the Mortal Coil. Oh, he gets
he gets the Mortal Coil because he's Shadow Flaming the Owl here,
I just assumed it was done. Gets the second Mortal Coil, no good, but if he lives through this turn, he's looking smooth sailing. Knife Juggler, not enough for Zalae, and he's gonna have to face down Jiraxis as well as Muzzy. And I don't care what's left in his deck. We're going to game 5, boys.
Oh yeah, Zalae is gonna be facing the Lord of the Burning Legion here, and he's not gonna be able to take care of him.
This game was so close and tiptoeing around almost between these two players, and just one play cracks this wide open for Muzzy, and that's one of the reasons he's life tapping, is to find these critical cards in the matchup. What a turnaround in this game.
Yeah, he's gonna push for the 11 here and just cut all the outs from Zalae. Well, actually, he's gonna attack the Knife Juggler here.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what he attacks.
That's a Harrison Jones!
Oh no! Oh no! Muzzy could have struck disaster in this spot. Zalae's gonna get 7 cards this turn. Oh my gosh, this is unbelievable. Tannen, I cannot believe that draw just happened.
I believe my jaw is on the floor right now, Nathan.
But Zalae still, he's facing down a Molten Giant right now. He's got to live through this next turn. Oh my gosh. This is unbelievable.
I'm
stunned.
flabbergasted, yeah.
I think the play here, if he's got freezing traps in his deck, it's quick shot the Mad Scientist.
Just play your own Mad Scientist, quick shot it.
You have to take care of the Molten Giant. You cannot take 8 damage. Obviously, he's fearing just any, 3 points of damage. But has he been counting? He's seen 1 Hellfire, he's seen both Dark Bombs?
Well, the thing is, I like your line because he has the kill command to be able to push through enough next turn as well.
He may have just counted the damage here. This may be the right circumstance for him. It's just actually push the damage and stick Muzzy on lethal next turn just with what's in his hand.
Right, Muzzy can draw a Dark Bomb here to end it.
He needs 3 damage to end this turn, or anti-heal bot.
Wow, he's going to be able to anti-heal bot and Sludge Belcher this turn. Muzzy kind of cracking his neck here. Looks like we are going to go to a game 5, but wow.
It's not over yet. I mean, what if he draws Iron Beak Owl? Does that change anything? Dr. Boom is not enough. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's got 10 points of damage right now.
Yeah, he was going to be short even with Iron Beak Owl, right? You Owl, attack, quick shot, kill command.
But now he's drawn all these cards. He can just start fighting a value battle.
He's at 11, though.
Yeah, he can just kill the Molten Giant.
I mean, yeah, Muzzy would have to find 2 damage here on his turn.
No.
He doesn't get to attack Lord Jiraxis anymore. Yeah, the Harrison Jones. Jeez.
Yeah, this is quick shot on the Molten Giant, Savannah Highmane Mad Scientist, I think.
Oh man, this game, Jesus.
You know, I mean, that is a talking point for this. The fact that Muzzy is fully invested into that Jiraxis, and Zalae, kind of looking at a little bit behind on this board after he uses these spells. But he's got 7 cards in his hand.
This game is unbelievable.
Yeah, no surprise to see the quick shot.
I said, I think it was yesterday or today. I think it was earlier today. It just feels like forever because it's been so long today.
Oh, it's going Dr. Boom. I don't blame him for this either.
I wanted to see a Harrison Jones on a Doomhammer. We practically just got to see that.
I think it was even worse.
Oh, Defender of Argus.
I don't know if he's going to be able to fight this grind battle though. He can push for damage here. Or he can even Shadow Flame this board away. But, he's investing so many resources to get that done.
Yeah, and where does he find his damage left? I mean, he can make an Infernal, but you have to know you're going to be taking a ton from Zalae here.
Yeah, the big part is that the Infernal is going to get Shadow Flamed here. I think. I think maybe he's just going to push for damage, but... All right, so there's 8 coming upstairs. So Zalae's down to 3. He needs to be able to clear this board next turn. These boom bots so important.
They hit the Sludge Belcher for 1 apiece.
I don't know if Zalae can turn this back around. It's just so much at this point.
Oh my god, this game has been so insane.
Here does he find this? Muzzy just hit jackpot too. He just drew the other Sludge Belcher. So even if this board gets dealt with, he's got more to add behind this.
Yeah, that's going to be game. We are going to go to a game 5. What a draw by Zalae. Harrison Jones for the full 7.
Well, Leok is Not going to end up doing it. And Zalae, you can just see that he's upset from the way that this game has panned out. I mean, I just don't see it. I don't see a way he's recovering this. Despite a Harrison Jones on Durax's hands.
Oh, man. Unbelievable game here.
Yeah, I'm just going to scoop this one up. Going to game number 5, boys. What a nail biter. I mean, I thought Zalae was just out of this game, and then picks up the Harrison Jones, and I thought that was nearly going to spell the end. Muzzy top decks antique heel bot. You know, one good draw deserves another one, and it just was so close and so tense. I cannot believe that this was the out. You know, if you would have told me with Muzzy's opening hand with the 2 Shadow Flames, Twilight Drake, Iron Beak Owl, that Durax's hands would have been getting Harrison Jones, I wouldn't have believed you.